looks like the menorah, but it has 9 candle holders. And this one is called Chanukiah. And this is special for this festival, the Hanukkah. So we have the menorah, which is 7, and then we have the Chanukiah, which is 9. And from today and all the week, you will see all around Israel this candle holder, Chanukiah. And they start tonight by lighting the first candle, and they keep lighting a candle every night until they finish the 8 days of the Chanukiah. Now, the Hanukkah is a festival that speaks about the Jewish people taking the temple of Jerusalem from the Greeks and purifying the temple and lighting the temple for 9 days. And that's where the festival, the Hanukkah, came from. So it goes back to the 3rd century BC. Okay? That was the time when they started celebrating the Hanukkah. Now we are already in Jerusalem. We have entered Jerusalem. So all the neighborhoods you're passing through is part of Jerusalem. This is the south part of the city of Jerusalem. And we shall be going all the way until we get to the center of the city, where the whole city of Jerusalem is. And the first thing we do is we climb the Mount of Olives. Mount of Olives is the highest mountain in Jerusalem, about 850 meters above sea level. It's very cold over there, windy, so make sure you take your jackets, okay, be warm. And from there you will be able to take the pictures, the best picture of the view of the city of Jerusalem, the old city of Jerusalem, of course. Now, if usually there is a professional photographer over there, if you like to take a big picture with a group and with the frame that comes with the frame, we can do it with that gentleman over there if he's there, if it's not too cold for him. And we will take the picture, and then after that we are going to drive to the warmer areas, which is Jericho, the city of Jericho. We are going to visit the Temptation Mountain, we are going to visit the sycamore tree, we're going to have lunch, you're going to do shopping in Jericho as well, and then we will come back to Bethlehem. Okay? Remember, if you have any questions, please don't be shy, ask the questions. It makes the trip more interesting if you have any questions, okay?
I hope this recording is private for you. Yeah. Yeah, even translating is hard. Remember.
Because the Bible is not so clear. I mean, whatever the language. Suppose from Jerusalem to Jericho, some Bible say one door. Some are saying going.
From Jerusalem to
Jericho.
Jericho? From Jerusalem to Jericho, it's going down.
Yeah, sure.
From Jericho to Jerusalem, it's coming up.
Yeah, sure.
That's why we always say we go up to Jerusalem. We go up to Jerusalem. Even though when you come, let's say you come from Hebron. Hebron is higher than Jerusalem. But still, when you go to Hebron and you come to Jerusalem, we say we go up to Jerusalem. You know why? Because Jerusalem spiritually is higher than any other city. Even if you're coming from a mountain high down to Jerusalem, you say we are going up to Jerusalem. Because spiritually Jerusalem is high. So we use that term all the time.
Usually the problem is in the main Bible translation. Some are translated in IB and some can pass it in the Bibles. So they translate. Yeah, translation is not some are saying going not to the and some are saying going back. So we are discussing again. So what I see that study about is it's clear teaching.
Yes, of course.
So of course, just to know the orientation, Bethlehem is south of Jerusalem. So this is the south, and we are going further to the north. So Jerusalem is to the north of Bethlehem. So we're traveling more towards the north. Jerusalem, friends, is a city that had suffered a lot, because Jerusalem historically has been occupied more than 40 times, was surrounded or besieged more than 52 times. It was also, the walls of Jerusalem have been built tens of different times. The walls that you are going to see today, first of all, has nothing to do with the walls of David, Solomon, not even with the walls of the days of Jesus, the Lord. It has nothing to do with it. So these walls of Jerusalem were built, the ones we're going to see, were built in 1541 by the Turks, by a sultan called Solomon the Magnificent. Some part of these walls might be built exactly on top of part of the walls that were in the time of Jesus, but not all the walls. Now, Jerusalem became to its largest size in the time of the son of King Herod the Great, Herod Agrippas. It was almost twice the size of the old city we are going to see. Now, when we talk about the old city of Jerusalem, we talk only about anything inside the old walls. That is the old city of Jerusalem. Now, I mentioned that Jerusalem, as a city, as a whole, has about 900,000 people. The old city of Jerusalem has only 50,000. So when we speak about the 50,000, they are living inside the walls of Jerusalem, of what we are going to see now from the Mount of Olives. The walls of Jerusalem are about 4,000 meters. The length of the walls are 4,000 meters surrounding the city of Jerusalem. Of course, we have 8 gates that you can that surround the city. You can enter the city. You can use 7 of them only, because number 8 is the one which is closed. We cannot use it, and it's a famous gate. It has different names. It's either called the Golden Gate, the Gate of Mercy, the Eastern Gate, the Beautiful Gate. That is the gate. That is the exact place where Jesus used to come from the Mount of Olives and enter the Temple of Jerusalem. Now today, when we will look at the Golden Gate, which is blocked, it's not the same gate of the time of Jesus, but it's built exactly on the same area where the Golden Gate that Jesus used to enter the temple from. This gate we're going to see is, of course, from the Turkish period, 1541, Solomon the Magnificent. Part of it, the inside of the gate, the filling of the gate, goes back till the period of Hercules, the Kaiser of the Byzantine Empire, and that is in the 7th century. But nothing from the time of Jesus, except that we know that this is the exact place where Jesus used to come from the Mount of Olives, inside the city of Jerusalem. Of course, Jesus would come from Jericho up to a place called Bethania, which is Bethany of today. That's where his very close friend lived, Lazarus. And then he would go to Beit Fagi, the house of the early figs on the Mount of Olives, and then he would go down from the Mount of Olives towards the city of Jerusalem, entering the Temple of Jerusalem. Of course, we are talking about the second Temple of Jerusalem, the Temple of King Herod. We had 2 temples in Israel, in Jerusalem. The first one was the Temple of King Solomon, the son of David. I'll try to give you dates if you want to remember the dates. The first temple, which is Solomon Temple, was built, in the Bible it tells us that Solomon built his temple on his 4th year of being a king. He became a king in 970 BC. On his 4th year, he started building the temple, which means he started building the temple in the year 967 BC. That is the first temple. The first temple of Solomon was destroyed by the Babylonians. It was destroyed by the Babylonians, by Nebuchadnezzar from Babylon, from Iraq of today. It was destroyed in the year 586 BC. So that's the end of the first temple of Solomon, 586 BC. 515 BC, they started building the walls and the new temple in Jerusalem. 2 rabbis started building the temple. They were called Rabbi Nehemiah, Ezra and Nehemiah, and they started building the temple, the second temple. But actually the big and the glorified and the magnificent second temple was built by King Herod the Great in the year 22nd BC. 22nd BC, the second temple was built, and it was destroyed in the year 70 AD. Who destroyed it in the 70 AD? The Romans. Romans. Yeah. The Romans and Titus. Titus was the commander. Sorry. The commander sent to Jerusalem. His father's name was Vespasian or Vespasian. He was the emperor. So Titus came, and as a punishment, why punishment? Because the Jews, after the death of King Herod, they started revolting against the Romans. You know, they started creating problems for the Romans. So in the year 66, the Great Revolt started, and in the year 70, as a punishment, the Romans destroyed Jerusalem, destroyed the second temple of Jerusalem. In the year 70, it was destroyed. It was never rebuilt again. Now, in the year 325, the Romans themselves, okay, adopted Christianity, became Christians, and they were no more called the Romans. They were called the Byzantines or the Byzantines. Helena and her son Constantine, the emperor, they were the first ones who made or who converted the Roman Empire into Christianity, and they took over Jerusalem, of course, and she built the first church, the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, 325. From 325 until 614, Jerusalem and the Holy Land were under the control of the Byzantines. For a short period between 614 and 619, the Persians came to the country. The Persians destroyed a lot of churches, but in 619 Hercules took over again, and the country became Christian again until 638. 638, the Muslims came to the country, and they took over the country. They didn't destroy churches. They gave even a peace treaty to the Christians of Jerusalem especially, and most of the Christians stayed and remained living in Jerusalem. When the Muslims came, they found that the area of the Temple of Solomon was empty. Okay, because the prophecy of Jesus says, shall not be built until the Messiah comes back, until I come back. So it was empty and it was neglected. When the Muslims came in 638, they built the two big huge mosques that you're going to see today on the same area of the Temple Mount, which is called Mount Moriah or Mount Moriah. That's the area where the mosques today are built. So there is two mosques on top of that area. One of them is called the Dome of the Rock, because it's built and the dome is covering the holy rock under beneath. Holy for two reasons. Holy for Jewish, because they believe Isaac was going to be sacrificed on that rock. Holy for Muslims, because they believe Prophet Muhammad ascended from that rock to heavens. So that rock is holy today. It's the third holiest place for Muslims in the world after Mecca and Medina, and they believe that Prophet Muhammad ascended from that area to heaven. So that's the Dome of the Rock. To the left of the Dome of the Rock, you will be able to see another big mosque, which is called the Aqsa Mosque. Probably you heard that word a lot. That is the most important one for Muslims, because that is the one mentioned in their Holy Quran. Okay, the Aqsa Mosque. So today we're gonna go to the Mount of Olives. We're gonna have a look over the area of the temple and the mosques of today. We're gonna also have a look towards the walls of Jerusalem, some of the churches on the Mount of Olives. Of course today, because it's Christmas, okay, yesterday was Christmas evening, so we celebrated Christmas. Today the churches are closed. It's a vacation day for them. So, but we're gonna see the churches, and probably tomorrow we can visit some of them. And then after that, I'll do some explanation. It depends on how cold the weather is over there, because we're gonna be standing out. So I'll do the explanation about the surroundings, about the area, and then we're gonna take the bus and move to the warmer areas. Now we're approaching Jerusalem right now, and look at that big church on top of the mountain. That area is called Mount Zion. Mount Zion on your right side.
Zion Dome เนาะ Okay စီးပြချမ်းမှာကျွန်တော်တို့မြင်နိုင်တဲ့ဘုရားကျောင်းရှိတယ်ဟိုဘုရားကျောင်းนี่ငါ Zion Dome ဖြစ်တယ်
That's Mount Zion.
ဒီပြချမ်းတော့မောင်း Zion Dome
The valley beside us is called the Hinnom Valley. The right here, yeah, the Hinnom Valley.
ဒီ
Hinnom.
အောက်ပြတာ Hinnom Valley เนาะ Hinnom ဒီလေးစီဂျိုင်းဝိုင်း
Right here.
ဂျိုင်းဝိုင်းနော်ဟင်းနော်ဂျိုင်းဝိုင်းဒီကနေစပြီးတော့ဟိုးထိလောက်ဖြစ်တယ် Pino Village, no?
Of course, we have two valleys surrounding the old Jerusalem city. This one is called the Hinnom Valley, and it's from the west. And from the other side, we have the Kidron Valley. So from the east, Kidron and Hinnom. These are the two valleys surrounding the city of Jerusalem. You can see that the city of Jerusalem is elevated. It's on a mountain.
자, 제주 주민으로 시야 교를 하려 또 돌리면 초조 생각을 한다. 요 아쿠아 또 담에 정리 있어. 그要的情况就要的我要的说就看的已经没
Now you can see the walls of Jerusalem, the old city walls. It's all on your right side. And we are going around the walls of Jerusalem. 4,000 meters, these are part of those walls.
Jerusalem ပုဒ္ဒါနော်သူများဖက်ချမ်းကြည့်မယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ Jerusalem ပုဒ္ဒါဟို BC ခေတ်တုန်းကလည်းဒီလိုပဲသူတို့ကစောက်ထားတာဖြစ်တယ် Jerusalem ပုဒ္ဒါအော်ရှိပါဆောင်တော့ Jerusalem
Friends, this is the first gate of Jerusalem on your right side. This is Jaffa Gate.
ဒါ Jaffa Gate ပထမ gate နော် Jerusalem ပထမ gate Jaffa Gate လို့ခေါ်တယ်
So Jaffa Gate is right here on your right side, and we are continuing to go around the walls of Jerusalem.
Jaffa Gate Jerusalem Gate
So 120 years ago, if you would come to Jerusalem, nothing was built outside. Everything was inside the walls. So about 1870, this was Jerusalem, nothing outside. After 1870, people started building outside the walls because the city was very crowded. So they tried to start building, and of course today it became one of the largest cities over here. But basically the old city is the center of everything in Jerusalem. The center also of holiness, because the three holy sites for the three main religions is located inside the old city of Jerusalem. Now, the new city of Jerusalem is also divided. It's not divided in a way that you can notice, but look at this road, the main road, it divides the city. West Jerusalem is in your left, and East Jerusalem is on your right. What does that mean? It means that most of the Arab population, Muslims and Christians, are living on East Jerusalem, and all the Jewish are living on West Jerusalem. So that's part of East Jerusalem right now. You're looking forward, look at that dome, golden dome. We'll see it better on the Mount of Olives, but still you can see that is the Dome of the Rock, the walls of Jerusalem, and this in front of us is the most important and the main gate of the city. This is called Damascus Gate. Damascus Gate.
ကျွန်တော်ရှိမှရှိနေ gate ဒါ Damascus Gate เนาะကျန်စာထဲမှာရှိနေတာ Damascus Gate
This is the largest gate of Jerusalem and the most beautiful, the most decorated gate of Jerusalem on your right now.
အလှဆုံး gate နဲ့အကြီးအကြီးဆုံး gate ဖြစ်တယ်
Yeah,
Damascus Gate အလှဆုံးနဲ့အကြီးအကြီးဆုံး
Damascus Gate.
Jerusalem မှာနှစ်ခုမှာ꿰ကြရတယ်အနောက်ပိုင်းနဲ့အစီပိုင်းဖြစ်တယ်အများသောအဖြစ်အစီဖက်မှာခရိယန်တွေများတယ်အနောက်ဖက်မှာရှိတဲ့သူတွေက Judaism เนาะ Judah လူမျိုးများတယ် မရှိဘူးကဲဒမတ်စကတ်နော်အကြီးကြီးဆုံးနဲ့အလှဆုံးကတ်ဖြစ်တယ်ဒမတ်စကတ်
Damascus named after the city of Damascus in Syria.
Okay.
So the people who were leaving Jerusalem to Syria, to Damascus, they
Yes.
used to leave from this gate, so they call it Damascus Gate.
Syria မှာရှိတဲ့ Damas is it the people of Damas
The capital of Syria is Damascus. That's the main city.
Syria မြို့အကြီးဆုံးက Damas ဖြစ်တယ်ဒီ Damas people ကဒီမှာနေပြီးတော့အခုက Damascus เนาะ Damas လူမျိုးတွေအတွက် get ဖြစ်တယ်
Damascus ဆိုတာဓမ္မတက်မြို့
တမတက်မြို့
ရှင်ဘော
Syria မှာရှိတဲ့တမတက်
ရှင်ဘောလို့ဓမ္မတက်မြို့သွားတဲ့လမ်းမှာ
အဲ့လိုမျိုး
အဲ့ဒါ
So we already seen Jaffa Gate, Damascus Gate, and we are coming towards one of the smallest gates of Jerusalem, where the soldiers are standing on the right side. This is called Herod's Gate, King Herod's Gate.
အခုကျွန်တော်တို့ရှိမှာရှိတဲ့ gate ကHerod ဘုရင် gate လို့ခေါ်တယ်ဒါအကျဉ်းဆုံးလားအကျယ်ဆုံး gate ဖြစ်တယ်အတီးဆုံးတော့အတီးဆုံး gate မင်းကြီးနေခဲ့ Herod မင်းကြီး gate
Now we're going further up to that mountain in front of us. That is the mountain of Mount of Olives. And look at that huge building on the top.
โอเคဟိုစီချီပြီးတော့တုံပေါ်မှာအင်းစောက်ထားတဲ့အင်းရှိနေဒါမျိုးကတာလွန်တောင်ဖြစ်တယ်
That palace or that huge building is called Augusta Victoria. Augusta Victoria is the big palace that was built by the Kaiser of Germany in 1890, Wilhelm II. He called it after his wife. He loved his wife so much. So he built her a palace and he called it Victoria after her name. Today, Augusta Victoria is a German hospital serving the Palestinian people in this country. So it's a hospital today.
If anybody wants to sit here, it's okay.
Yeah.
So now we are leaving the area of Jerusalem, going down to the Kidron Valley. So this is the Kidron Valley, and from the Kidron Valley we climb up to the Mount of Olives. yourselves to the view. Be careful with your money, okay? Especially with peddlers, young children that are coming to sell things. Let them be careful with the money. It's very important. People can grab the money over here. So tell them this is very important.
ဟွာဗာလဲအဓိကကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီအခုတောင်ပေါ်မှာတက်မယ်နော်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရှင်းပြန်ရှင်းတဲ့ချိန်မှာကလေးတွေလာမယ်ရှင်တော့အလူခကပိုက်နိုင်တွေနော်များတယ်ရှင်တော့တို့အလူခဗာလဲတောင်းရင်လဲဘာမှမပြီးနဲ့ရှင်တော့ပိုက်ဆိုင်ကြီးကောင်းကောင်းတင်ထားရမယ်နော်ကပိုက်နိုင်အဓိကတော့ကပိုက်နိုင်တွေများတယ်
All what you see here, you can buy in Jericho and Bethlehem. So don't trouble yourselves.
ကဲဝိုင်ရှာရှိရင်တော့ဂျက်ကောက်ပါရင်တော့တစ်ခဲမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ဝယ်ရမယ်ပဲမေမိုရီကလည်းရောင်းလာပြီနော်ဟာအဖေးလေးပဲကလည်းတော့ခု
So we get once we go to Jericho. خلاص
နေ့တယ်တော့ရမယ်လားနေ့တယ်တော့ရဆိုင်ကျွန်တော်ဟာလေးတော့ရှိမရတော့ကျွန်တော်စကားဟုတ်တယ်
This is the Paternoster Church in front of us. This is the place where the Lord taught his disciples the Lord's Prayer. Where Jesus taught his disciples the Lord's Prayer, Paternoster.
they close
Yeah, it's Sunday and it's Christmas. Now, look on your right side. Yes. You are going to stop the bus. And
ကဲဒီကနေဟိုရှိနေရလောက်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့ခဏ9မိနစ်လား10မိနစ်လားနားပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီအခွင့်တက်ပုံရိုက်မှာဖြစ်မယ်ရှင်တော့ဒီရိုက်ရှင်တဲ့သူရှိမယ်နော်အတွင်းနဲ့ရိုက်လို့ရတယ်
So friends, we're going to gather over here. And this is the photographer if you want to do that
ကဲ
big
ဒီက
picture.
မှာကျွန်တော်တို့တက်ပုံရိုက်လို့ရတဲ့ဟာဖြစ်တယ်ကလုံးလည်းရှိတယ်
First we will do the picture, then I will give you time.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ရှင်းမယ်နော်ဒီမှာရှင်းမယ်တက်ပုံရိုက်မယ်ဟာတန်လုံတောင်ဗျာတန်လုံတောင်ဖြစ်တယ်